As I prepared for this drawing session today, I scrolled through Pinterest looking for inspiration. Yeah, I didn't find any. Drawing is hard, and finding the motivation and inspiration to draw is sometimes even harder. But today is Motivational Monday, so we're gonna look on the bright side. And good news is I have advice for when you're feeling stuck. I think every creator is familiar with that feeling of creative paralysis. Maybe it's fueled by perfectionism, that, oh, well, if it's not perfect, I can't start, or I shouldn't bother, that all or nothing kind of thinking. Maybe it's fueled simply by being overwhelmed with options. Can't choose a medium or a subject matter. Maybe you have so many good ideas, you just don't know where to start. Or maybe you have the opposite problem. No ideas. So you're like me, scrolling for inspiration until I'm distracted by the scrolling itself. Sometimes the best thing we can do is literally anything. Putting a single line down, even if it gets erased, doing that again and again until something comes out of the ether. Something is better than nothing. This is my approach to life, chores, and kind of everything. I think it can be really easy to get stuck in your head thinking, again, if it's not perfect, if it's not complete, it doesn't count. But that's just not true. Every line that you draw with your pencil counts. Every dish that you put away counts. And 1 is better than 0, generally speaking, when accomplishing things or doing something. Some artists are going to start out with squiggles, lines, and a lot of erasing. Other artists, they might do a warm-up sketch. I think this is a really good practice. It helps loosen you up mentally and physically. There's less commitment when you think it's just a sketch, just a warm-up, and at least you can just get started. Starting is half the battle sometimes. My warm-ups are pretty much always character drawings. As you can see here, I'm just getting weird with it, sketching my character Methuselah. Try out different brushes, and I just keep it loose. Of course, had I found a good reference photo from Pinterest, I would have used it. But again, let's not get caught in the cycle of doom scrolling, looking for inspiration, because you're just not always going to find it. So for this, I just needed to get pen on paper. I just started drawing. No reference, no nothing. Just the Wild West. I've seen some artists either feel uncomfortable drawing from imagination, or they just feel that they have to use a reference, or some people are the opposite. They only draw from imagination and they feel like references are cheating, which I don't understand, because you learn how to draw from real life, but I digress. Don't be afraid to draw from imagination, especially if it is a warm-up. Even if it is something that is completely irrelevant to maybe the project that you are working on. Again, it's a warm-up. And again, your ideas are good enough. The fact that you put pen to paper is good enough. I know I am definitely my own worst critic, and I'm always judging everything that I do, but I just have to stop myself sometimes and be real and be like, the fact that you are creating something at all is good enough. It does not have to be this dream project, perfection, wonderful masterpiece. No. Bad. Let me get the spray bottle. Alright everyone, I think I've talked enough on the subject. So, let's just watch me draw. Alright, so what did we learn? We learned today that something is pretty much always better than nothing. So try not to psych yourself out too much whenever you're not really feeling maybe super motivated or super inspired. It's almost a little bit like the gym, to be honest. The motivation usually finds you after you've already taken the first step. First step is always the hardest, so just put down that first line. Now we're gonna get out there. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna get through our work week. We are going to make time for our art and our personal growth. Okay? Yeah. Those sound like good goals to me. Happy Motivational Monday. And I will see you in the next video.